Put yourself in the shoes of Captain Vikram Batra. You're 24 years old, nearly 16,000 feet up, on a ridge barely wide enough to walk in single file. One of your men is down behind you, can't move on his own. Ahead of you, a machine gun position has pinned your soldiers down for hours. There's no way around it. So you don't go around it. Here's how you got here. You were born September 9th, 1974, in a small town called Param Vir, 14 minutes before your twin brother, Vishal. Your mother named you both after the twin sons of the god Ram, Love and Kush. Growing up, you were good at everything you tried. Karate, table tennis, ranked nationally, top cadet in your NCC Air Wing. In 1994, you marched in the Republic Day Parade in Delhi. You came home and told your parents you wanted to join the Army. A year later, life hands you the easy way out, a spot in the Merchant Navy, a shipping company in Hong Kong. Good money, low risk, a whole comfortable life on the other side of the world. Your uniform's already stitched, your ticket's already booked. You don't take it. You tell your family you want to do something great, something extraordinary, something that actually means something. You spend a year working part-time and taking night classes just to qualify for the entrance exam. You place in the top 35 candidates in the country. June 1996, you enter the Indian Military Academy. December 6th, 1997, you're commissioned as a lieutenant, posted to the 13th Battalion, Jammu and Kashmir Rifles. You're 23. Your first posting is Sopore, a region crawling with militant activity. On one night ambush through dense forest, a bullet meant for you hits the soldier walking behind you instead. He doesn't survive. You believe that bullet had your name on it. You complete a commando course at Belgaum, graduating with the highest grade they give out. That's around when the nickname starts. Not Lieutenant, not Vikram. Sher Shah, the Lion King. Spring 1999. Pakistani soldiers and militants cross the line of control and dig into the mountains above the only supply road to Leh. From up there, they can see everything that moves beneath them. India's answer, Operation Vijay. Take every peak back, one by one, at altitudes where breathing itself is a fight. June 6th, your battalion reaches Dras. You're in reserve while the Rajputana Rifles fight for Tolaling Peak. It falls on June 13th. You march 12 hours straight to reach it. You're 24 and you're now in command of Delta Company. Your next objective is already waiting. Point 514. A peak fortified with machine gun positions on terrain so steep that just climbing it is most of the fight. June 18th, you're put in charge of the assault. During the briefing, you need a success signal, something to radio back if your men make it to the top. You pick a line off a Pepsi ad airing on Indian television that year. Yeh Dil Maange More. This heart wants more. Midnight, June 20th. Under artillery cover, you start climbing, the harder route, around the back of the feature to catch the enemy off guard. As you near the top, machine gun fire pins you flat against bare rock. You keep climbing. You and 5 of your men reach the ridge. You throw grenades into the machine gun post and fight through in close combat. You take serious wounds. You don't stop. You regroup your men and push on. 3:30 a.m., point 514. O is yours. 4:35 a.m. You radio the command post. Yeh Dil Maange More. The line becomes the unofficial motto of the entire war. The army chief calls to congratulate you personally. You're promoted to captain on the spot. You're 24 and the whole country knows your name. Back home, someone is counting the days. Dimple Chima, your college sweetheart, your fiancé. You've planned the wedding for after you come home. Before you left, you told a friend there were only 2 ways you'd return, carrying the flag or wrapped in it. Either way, you said, you were coming home. June 29th, you call your mother. Neither of you knows it's the last time. Your battalion is pulled back to rest. It doesn't last. The next objective is already waiting, a brutal fortified ridge called Point 4875. July 4th. The assault on Point 4875 begins without you. You're still recovering from Point 514, running a fever, ordered to rest in your sleeping bag near the valley floor. July 5th. Part of the objective, Flat Top, falls to your battalion. Then the enemy counterattacks. The officer holding it goes down, badly wounded. You hear it from base camp. Sick or not, you volunteer. Your commanding officer tries to talk you out of it. You don't listen. Before you leave, you and 25 men from Delta Company stop to pray at a small Durga Mata temple near camp. Then you start the climb, at night, straight into terrain still crawling with the enemy. Word reaches the men already pinned down on the ridge. Sher Shah is coming. They hold on. On the way up, you spot a machine gun crew firing down on your trapped men. You work toward it under cover of rock and darkness and take it out with a grenade. By first light July 7th, you reach the ledge. 5:30 a.m. Your commanding officer radios and asks you to scout the ground ahead. You take a subadar and an artillery officer with you, moving forward to find a route to a wounded soldier, Lieutenant Naveen, trapped under fire. You check left. Nothing. You check right. Nothing. Just one narrow ridge in daylight leading straight into an entrenched enemy position. Nowhere to take cover the entire way. You make the call. You charge, calling out your regiment's battle cry, firing as you move. You're hit. You keep going. Your men break through with you. You pull Lieutenant Naveen out with your own hands. You tell him to get back. He's got a family waiting for him. One machine gun is still active. You go at it alone. You shut it down. Then you see one of your own men, hit, exposed in the open. You go back for him. That's the moment it ends. A sniper's round to the chest. Then shrapnel half a second later. You fall beside the man you went back for. Your last words, remembered by the men around you, Jai Mata Di. .4875 falls to Indian hands that day. You never get to see it. You were 24. That's where your story ends. It's not where it stops mattering. August 15th, 1999, India's Independence Day. Vikram Batra is awarded the Param Vir Chakra, India's highest medal for gallantry. His father accepts it on his behalf from the President of India. The citation calls it conspicuous personal bravery and leadership of the highest order. That language exists for a tiny handful of people in the country's entire military history. He's one of them. .4875 doesn't go by that name anymore. It's Batra Top now. Colleges, roads, stadiums, war memorials. His name is on all of them. 2 films have told his story. Millions of people who weren't even born in 1999 know the words Yeh Dil Maange More because of him. And here's the part worth sitting with. He wasn't fearless. He was scared of the same things you'd be scared of. He just decided over and over that something mattered more than the fear. That's the whole story, really. Not a superhero, a 24-year-old who kept choosing the harder, better thing, right up until the moment he couldn't choose anymore. He kept his promise, too. He came home wrapped in the flag he swore he'd raise. Kargil has hundreds of stories like this one. Most of them nobody's making videos about. If this is the first time you've heard his name, say it. Comment it. That's genuinely how a name like this stays alive on a platform like this. Who's next? Tell me in the comments. Put yourself in the shoes of Captain Vikram Batra